My name is Adrian Arriaga. I'm a CCIM, and also we have another Adrian Arriaga. My son is also a CCIM and SIOR, and we do industrial property. We're with Sperry Commercial Affiliates, the Arriaga Group in South Texas and Northern Mexico. I represent the McAllen South Industrial Park here in McAllen. It will be the first Class A park in 30 years in McAllen. It will be a built-ready park. Breaks ground this coming March, and they'll be ready by the fall of this year. We have 170 acres available in increments of 3 to 5 acres, the smaller parcel, all the way up to a 50-acre tract, which is phase 2. We presently have 10 acres under contract for 140,000 square foot industrial building that is in the process of being worked on right now. The exciting part about the McAllen South Industrial Park is it'll break ground this March, which is 2021, should be ready by this fall, and then we have buildings all up by the end of 2021, beginning of 2022. One of the attractions that we have at the McAllen South Industrial Park is that it is right in the middle between the FAR Bridge, which is the inbound commercial bridge, and the Anzaduas Bridge, that starting this year will have inbound traffic from Mexico into northbound into the United States. It is also only 2.5 miles from the expressway, what we call Expressway 83, which is I-2. Our airport is actually growing. It's less than 2 miles away from our property. Our property, if you know McAllen, is centrally located close to the airport and to our foreign trade zone. It's also on a heavyweight corridor that was done by the Texas Department of Transportation, which is all ready to build to be able to handle a large amount of large. One of the challenges that we have when people are looking for industrial parks or industrial property is they need it now. This is the first park that will be available after the September of 2021. You can actually buy the property and start working on getting your permit for your building. So site ready means that everything's going to be ready. Their retention, detention, which is the most difficult part in doing business in South Texas because if it's so flat. But at the same time, it is important to be able to understand the soil condition as well as how the streets are going to be able to give you accessibility to your location. When you buy industrial property anywhere, you know that it's pretty inexpensive. What's expensive is the development cost. We're going to spend a lot of money to make sure that all the infrastructure is there. Everything's going to be ready without having to hassle of where you're going to go at City Hall to make sure you get your building permit. Finding a site for an industrial building is very, very difficult because you're promised too many things. We will promise you that at McAllen South Industrial Park, you'll have all the infrastructure available for you. We found out that USMCA, which is NAFTA number 2, is opening the door northbound and southbound for a lot of industry. As you know, if you look into USMCA, the main difference is there'll be a true twin plant concept, one on the Mexican side and one on the US side. Why? Because that's the way the law is, making sure that jobs are attractive not only for Americans but also for Mexicans. We're excited to have this location for our industrial park because it resides in an opportunity zone. What is an opportunity zone? You're going to find out the opportunity for an investment to be done in an opportunity zone is tenfold in terms of not how much money you make, it's how much money you keep. The opportunity zone is only about 1.5 miles from the foreign trade zone. The foreign trade zone provides many advantages. The foreign trade zone is almost 100% filled up. We're looking at the McAllen South Industrial Park as being the next step for new manufacturing coming into this area. Location is very important, not only to the different ports of entry and also to the expressway, but also the roadway that's being used. TxDOT and the state of Texas, as well as Hidalgo County and McAllen, has made sure that there is enough roadway for heavyweight cargo to go on and off the different port of entries. Our property happens to be right in the middle of this heavyweight entry that we're going to be using. One exciting thing about the McAllen South Industrial Park is we have our first group moving in. They have 10 acres under contract. They're going to be putting in a 141,000 square foot property that will be divided into 44,000 square foot increments. It will have 32 feet of clear height and docks and ramps. It will have ample parking for trucks as well as cross-dock availability. The neat thing is that they'll be breaking ground also in the fall when the park gets completed and should be ready within 6 months. So we're looking at the first part of 2021 for this first 141,000 square foot Class A building available immediately. If you need more information, let us know, or let the McAllen Economic Development Corporation know, and we'll put you in contact with them. Thank you.